Duncan, the green soldier charged with leading an incursion into the front lines of the Tan army, nervously stood before Prime Minister Creed. He was dog-tired, but knew that he couldn't show signs of weakness now, or else his fate would surely be sealed. You were given the command of some of the best men the Green Nation had to offer, and you failed to take any territory? That hill should have been a gimme for us. Sir, I'm sorry to have failed you, he said, knowing that making any excuses would annoy the Prime Minister even more. And he was right. Creed seemed a little bit impressed that he didn't beg for forgiveness like the other men who had failed before him. Well, I suppose you ought to be given a fair second chance, Creed said, unenthused. Regroup the remainder of your shattered forces. Make sure they're well rested. I've got a new plan that we'll exact soon, but this is your last chance, Duncan. Back on the Blue Island, Commander Barr breathed in the sour, salty air. He was finally home. After time spent trying to coerce allies into aiding in their fight, he had finally broken away and reached the home front. But it was a disaster there. They only held a third of the land, while the Purples had managed to capture the rest. He was ready for a long fight. This was their home after all. But if the Tan leader, General McLear, didn't aid them soon with more tanks and actual foot soldiers, then he was worried his small force would be crumbled for good. No matter their intelligence or prowess with strategy, overwhelming the Purple Horde was near impossible. But that was that, and it was time to get to work. The Purples themselves were having a far better time than the Blues. The Purple leader had just received an excellent progress report from the men on the island, and he was riding high. But there was one thing that had been troubling him for the past few weeks. That was the state of their closest ally, the Greys. The Grey leader Jason had recently died. He was like a son to General Waxman, and he had taken the loss harshly. But what truly pained him was to see their Grey ally waste so much of their potential. Yes, they had managed to capture the Tan leader Hunter, but beyond that they had been loafing around like buffoons, wasting resources and manpower. Their artificial government was in shambles, and Waxman wanted to fix it for the sake of Jason's memory. So he ordered the Purple Army to position themselves for a coup. He had a small garrison of men within their capital city, but he had also sent part of the Horde to the outside of the city walls. They would wipe out the Grey defenses, destroy the government, and join the Purple and Grey nations together for good. What is going on, you bad Larrys? I hope you are excited because I am. Army Men Civil War is back, baby! We're making the comeback. Episode 5, Season 2 is finally here, and the Purple Army is committing a coup de grace against the Grey Army, trying to overthrow their government and in place their own within it. A super exciting event that is about to occur. So, essentially, here is the Grey capital city at the moment. They were sort of exiled from their current capital city after Jason died. They decided, you know what? This is too dangerous to be this close to the front lines. We're going to move the city to this remote location and conduct our business there. So, we are in the desert. And the Purple Army does have a small garrison within the city. After all, the Grey and the Purples have been allies for quite some time now, so it does make sense to position some of your troops there. For example, the US has soldiers in, like, Germany. However, the Greys do definitely outnumber the amount of Purple soldiers within the city here. They have way more soldiers, way more firepower and stuff like that. So that small Purple force is not going to be able to overthrow the standing government there with just that. So they've called in the rest of the Purple Horde, which has completely encapsulated the city here. And the Greys probably realized up until this point that something was up, considering there's literally hundreds of Purple soldiers just coming towards their position, so they're probably on high alert that something is about to happen. So they do have defenses set up around the perimeter. They've got a few T-34, 76 tanks. They've got soldiers coming out the wazoo. Lots going on for both sides, honestly, because the Purples also have their Panzer IV-Gs and, lots of rifles and such. So yeah, it should be a huge battle with not only not just like an inward fight happening within the city itself, but also an outward fight with the city defenses having to hold off against the Purple Horde trying to collapse in on them. I think it is going to be a bombastic way to bring back Army Men Civil War. I am super hyped. If you are hyped about Army Men Civil War coming back, be sure to hit that like button. Let's try and get 700 likes in the first 24 hours. That would be absolutely nuts. And also be sure to comment what you think of the episode, what you think should happen next, all that good stuff. So without further ado, I'll be right back and we'll get this thing going. Alright boyos, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and press start, but we're going into slow-mo because we want to see the action in the inner city. We also want to see this bridge battle over here and the outskirt battles as well. So let's start with the inner city here. I think like just, I don't know, like a bird's eye view would be good. And we'll press start. And the purple insurrection should begin promptly with purple shooting at a lot of the grays and the grays tapping some purples as well. I mean, lots of purples going down. They were way outnumbered within these city walls to try something as gutsy as this. However, they are getting a few good kills on the gray soldiers as well. So it is not a complete loss, of course, for the purples. This was definitely a big part of their strategy, was to weaken the inner city defenses just at least a little bit, so their coming army will be just a little bit more stronger in terms of the battle. There is a nice little pocket garrison over here that's doing substantially better than the rest of the inner city defenses, and there's also some troopers within this building as well who are holding off a lot of grays too. So the purples have certainly taken a lot of losses in the city, but they've destroyed a lot of the grays and they're doing pretty well. Let's go over to the bridge battle over here where a T-3476 is taking on basically an entire purple army right now, and it is clearly doing pretty well. Look at all of these purple bodies right here. I mean, it's not taking it on single-handedly. It does have infantry with it, but this is the big daddy weapon that the grays have at their disposal at the moment to actually combat these upcoming Panzer IVs that are rolling on up here. Lots of purple losses at this bridge point. I mean, they did just sort of attack a very heavily defended position over here with very little cover, so it makes sense that they took pretty substantial losses around these parts. Oh, big shot from the Panzer IV-G taking out this T-3476. The crew is bailing out, trying to get back into the battle as fast as possible with their M16A4 rifles, but it does look like this Panzer IV-G up here got taken out probably from this T-3476 that has a hill position up here. This thing could survive a very long time in this battle and could be a very effective weapon. Either way, the bridge infantry is actually surviving way longer than I ever thought they would, considering the massive purple horde coming at them. Oh, another huge T-3476 shot coming in, hitting this tank. I don't think it took it out. We can check. It did not. It is still alive, but it did take out a good amount of infantry right there, so that was pretty good. Let's check back in on the inside defenses here. This little garrison unit has been basically entirely defeated. In fact, the entire city is now in gray hands. They have defeated all of the purples within the city, so now it is just up to the attackers on the outside of the city to get in there and finish this job right. And these guys are indeed attacking from the outskirts. There's not a lot of cover, so the second these free-roaming gray soldiers start manning these outside wall defenses, I think the purples will certainly be in a lot of trouble. Even right now, we're seeing some purples getting hit by a lot of flak just because they're standing out in the open. They got no cover. It's really tough. But I mean, that is the purple strategy. Basically, just yeet on in there with as many forces as it takes to overwhelm. They're like the Red Army of the Army Men universe, of the Army Men kingdom. It's kind of crazy. Looks like a Panzer IV-G has come pretty far forward here. It might be tangling with this T-3476 right now. I don't think they have an angle on each other, though, so it's going to have to come forward if it wants to take it out. Oh, but the T-3476 is attacking this Panzer IV-G. I see. Also, infantry coming into the bridge position here, doing sort of a final sweep of the last remaining gray soldiers, trying to take them out, although the gray soldiers are having none of it, and they are holding steady on the bridge, those that are still alive, which is crazy that there are still gray soldiers there. That is insane. That is absolutely bonkers. Alright, I think we should go into normal speed now. That's enough slow-mo for now. This guy laying down here is bravely taking on this entire purple army over this way, and he's actually getting kills, which is kind of nutty. How are they not killing him? He must have one heck of an angle. But he did end up going down there. That's very sad. And those two up there also went down, so I think the bridge is just about taken. Oh, I'm wrong. There's troopers right over here against this crate, and they are still taking out purples over here. This bridge has proven to be extraordinarily tough in this battle. Holy cow. Oh, but the T-34-76 over here has been blown up. That is it for gray tanks. That is all. But they do have plenty of bazooka troopers as well, so it's not the end of the world. They're still able to take on those Panzer IVs quite easily. Grays seem to be mobilizing towards the north end of the base over here. As the purples are starting to stream on in here, they're trying to sort of counter-attack that big old stream of army. But it seems like they are having a little bit of trouble as their entire embassy has essentially crumbled from purple bazooka shots and whatnot, so that's rough. Even if the Grays do win this battle, they're gonna have a lot of rebuilding to do, bros. Like, a lot of rebuilding. Tons. But they are doing a nice job of stopping this northern push over here. I mean, tons of the purples are dead over this way. Very few are making it up to the walls, up to cover over here. But what is nice about this little attack is that it's distracting from the bridge attack, which is now fully crossing the bridge. So that is giving the purples a nice little opening over here to just yeet on in here. Though there are still gray defenses waiting statically over here, it is substantially less now that most of them have migrated this way. So if these purples over here can continue to sort of distract for the next 4 or 5 minutes, these guys will have a much easier time getting on in here. Also, Panzer IV-G crossing over through the water, that's going to be big. If this Panzer IV-G does not get killed early on here on this city attack, that would be massive for the purples. That would give them a huge advantage in the upcoming battle. A few purples dying on this road over here as some gray soldiers defend from the outskirt wall defenses. Yeah, there's quite a number, honestly, just like on the outskirts that still have not died. Look at this. They've got great angles of this hill. That is going to be gnarly, bro. Purples need to take those guys out. There we go. One guy with an M1 Grand going down over there. Oh, and here comes the tank. It's side sweeping right now. Kill that guy right there. Kill him. Oh, you're gonna full on. You're gonna eviscerate him. I thought you might use your, machine gun, but just blow him up. That's cool too. Purple infantry over here is having a tough time, actually. They're not even going up against that many grays, like I said previously, but they're just taking a beating, man. Going up against a defensive position like this is truly harsh, especially when there's an MG-42 over this way and a rocket trooper hitting them with rockets. This tank needs to come further forward and really help them out right now, or that infantry is going to be in some dire straits. The purple attack over here seems to have seriously faltered as well. There's not many troopers left alive, and those that are, they're not doing that much. I mean, they're getting a few shots off, but it ain't much. If we look at the minimap right now, actually, the blue are the purples. I know this always gets confusing. The blue are the purples, and the red are the grays. And as you can see, like, lots of purples over here, purple tank over here, and a few purples over this way, but the grays hold the entirety of the city, and the majority of their defenses now seem to be over this way, as opposed to earlier when they were over here. So they're still kind of sandwiched, but they seem to be able to adapt to wherever the purple attack is strongest at that moment. So I think the grays still have a very good chance at winning this. In fact, probably better than at the beginning of the battle, since they've been fighting so well. But simultaneously, the purples, I think they still have the troop numbers to do this, especially that tank, which is finally moving out once more. This tank could really prove to be the difference in this battle, although it is going awfully close to that bazooka trooper over there. That could be a grave mistake, especially if it comes up this hill right now. We'll see what happens. This bazooka trooper could just take him out. Oh, but the infantry manages to take out the bazooka trooper. That is big. Nice job, nice job. It seems to be observing the T-34-76's carcass over here as the purple infantry begins to push in a little bit more on the positions. This city is ruined, bro. It is destroyed. It's demolished. Absolutely wrecked. Man, I missed doing these army men battles. I truly did. I kind of stopped because it was a lot going on, lots of stories that I had to write, lots of stuff with Rico's Brigade, Daily Squad Origins, stuff like that, but You know, at the time, it was very good that I took a break, but I think I took too long of a break with this because now I'm like, wow, I missed out on doing a lot of this because this is really fun. So I am very, very happy to be back in the saddle with you guys doing some more Army Men. A few purple soldiers have tried to dive on in there, but it seems like this MG right here took them out rather swiftly. A few grenades just lobbed over the top of that wall would prove to be quite useful, I think, but it doesn't seem like they're doing that. Someone's shooting from over here, I think, but I can't quite tell who. I'm seeing purples die from like this angle. Whoa, purple tank goes in. It takes a shot to the side, but it's still alive, and it manages to take out a few troopers over there. Take out that MG nest, bro. Just do that. If you do anything. Oh god. Gray soldiers moving in, trying to stop it. Oh, look at all these grays right here. They don't even care about the tank, man. They're still focusing in on the infantry. The grays got their priorities straight. Another rocket hits it. Still haven't taken it out yet, though. It's hunting for bodies. Oh, wow. That was brutal. Maybe... Oh, okay. Well, it's gone. Well, it's gone. That's it. That's it for the purple tank there. Also, actually, ended up knocking off a lot of these gray soldiers from that explosion. I was gonna say maybe it's not able to see these guys just through like that little porthole or something like that in the tank, and that's why it wasn't shooting those guys immediately before it. But it did manage to knock out a few more grays on the battlefield before it got taken out by some bazooka troopers somewhere. I don't really know where that guy was situated. Grenade coming in on the purple lines over here. Didn't look like it managed to do too much damage, just sort of dislodged them from their positioning a little bit. If we look at the mini-map right now, blue are grays who are left alive, purple, or yeah, red are purple. Still lots of purple, still lots of blues though, and the blues are a little bit more spread out and in defensive position, so I'm going to say the grays might actually win this. This tank back here is actually still alive, and it's repairing itself, so I don't have to do the repair rule, and it actually just finished repairing itself. So the purples do have a second tank coming up, but if it can get here in time, that's the real question, because it might just sit back over here. Here it goes, moving forward, crushing all these bodies so we can't get accurate stats at the end of the battle. That's fine, whatever. Yeah, that thing could make a difference. It really could, but it is slow moving at the moment, and every second it wastes, more purple troopers end up dying within the purple horde. There is a few purple soldiers over on this side of the battlefield still. Let's see. Oh, they're pretty far back. They're just bazooka troopers. Should we just send them forward? Why not? We'll just send them forward. They're probably going to die, but that's fine. Yeah, because there's a bunch of grays still situated on this half of the city. Oh, big push from the purple infantry over here. At least they're still getting shots off, and they're not getting, like, full stopped, which is nice. It's really these two dudes who they need to kill. Let's see how many kills these guys have. This guy's got really only one? That's surprising. But this guy's got 9. Okay, there you go. I kind of thought this MG was doing a lot of work, but apparently not so much. Oh, and there's 2 here. There's an MG there and a M1 Grand here. The MG here has no kills, but the M1 Grand Trooper has 5, which is pretty hefty. Trooper over here has 6 kills. He's a free roamer. This guy over here has 1. This guy's got none. This guy's got none. This guy's got 1. This guy over here has 1, and this guy's got 1. Here comes the purple tank. This could be big right here. This could be big. Hopefully it doesn't make the same mistakes that the last one did. If it just started peppering the battlefield right now with HE shells, that'd be huge. Oh, that was such a good hill position, but it moved. And more purple soldiers dying as they're trying to enter on into the city here. Man, that would have been big for the purples. But it chose to go around. I don't know. Could still work out. Can you hear the doubt in my voice? Look what happened to the last one. Although the last one did make a big dent in gray soldiers, so maybe this one will do the same. One purple soldier manages to get on in here, gets a kill. The tank supporting in the back and actually gets more kills too. Okay. Like to see it. Okay. Looks like it's targeting maybe these infantry troopers that are over here. Purple tank, you're really the last hope here. I think if this thing goes down, the purple infantry doesn't have much of a chance of actually doing anything for the rest of this battle. Their numbers have dwindled far too much. Oh, a cheeky grenade right there. They should have been grenading this entire time, I feel like. That guy got caught in his own grenade. Well, his friend's grenade. That was really stupid of him to try and pick it up, just run away. Alright, purple tank. Let's see what you got. Another grenade over here. They're trying to flush that guy out. It's kind of working, just not super well. Oh, maybe. That's a big push right there. And the purple tank is supporting, getting a few kills on those grays over that way. It is going right into the wheelhouse of some type of bazooka that took this thing out. I still don't know where that bazooka came from. Big shot right there. Ends up taking out one of the troopers right there, but that Bren gun is still alive, and it's starting to get more and more kills, which is no good. This thing, I think I just heard it get hit by a bazooka shell. I'm still so confused where the bazooka trooper is. It's over here? Oh, look! These, the two flankers have come up and are actually firing bazookas in there. Oh, big explosion over here. I think that was from the tank. I think he just eviscerated that Bren gun. Okay. Dude, watch out for the bazookas. Just watch out for the bazookas, man. That's all I can say. It is getting spicy. It does get hit by a bazooka trooper from somewhere. I still can't figure out where that's coming from. And he's driving closer to it. Maybe he's sacrificing himself so that the infantry can do better. It's just destroying the fountain. Someone built that fountain, man. Someone spent a lot of time on that fountain. It gets hit again. That seemed like over here. There it is. There's the bazooka. Did it kill it? It did. The tank is down. That's bad. Alright, purple. The bros, I mean, they caught a little bit of a break because that tank did end up doing a little bit of damage there, so purples do have an opportunity. I'm gonna bring forward all the troopers who are just like hiding back here because you know, you gotta come forward. Support the boys. Boys support boys. Alright, they seem like a little bit more cautious now. They're playing it a little bit more safe as they enter into the city ruins here. They truly are city ruins. Yeah, this is not going well for the grays or the purples. Honestly, I mean, look at this. This was their capital city. It is now rubble. So I mean, honestly, like, yeah, even if the battle ends, like, did the gray, like, if the grays win, did they truly win? Because their entire capital city is destroyed. Likely all of the politicians that were within this building are probably blown to smithereens as well. So perhaps this was a successful coup. Who knows? What do you guys think? Do you think you know, the government could have survived this this city obliteration? Even if the grays win? I think that'd be a good thing to leave up to the comments. You know, what is your opinion, and then that will be inflicted onto the story based on what you say. Of course, the purples could still win this, and then it doesn't really matter because then they just straight up won. Although they are having quite a bit of trouble at the moment. All these little guerrilla tactics that the grays are now employing are just stopping them. It's like the streets of Stalingrad, man. They're running around block by block, taking losses, no one having a good time, just straight up obliteration. It's insane. Actually, during the Battle of Stalingrad, the Red Army and the German Army used to basically just try and get as close to the front lines as possible, as close to each other as possible. That way neither side could like bombard the other for fear of killing their own soldiers, kind of a thing, which is nuts. It's such a nuts tactic to employ, but they did. This one gray soldier over here really getting some licks in. You can see some blood spurts. He clearly has taken some hits, but he has 11 kills, bro. 12 now. This guy is an absolute champ, and the purples are struggling to kill him. Do any of these guys have kills? No, apparently all these soldiers suck. Well, this guy's got 2. Yeah, like none of these purples have kills. There's still some troopers are back here. You guys were supposed to come forward. Come on. They might be stuck. Yeah, they're stuck. I'll just move them. There you go. Now you're forward. Yay! They finally killed that one gray soldier who was within the barn area over here. Oop, gun jam. He fixed it. Nice. Still tangoing with this one trooper over here, guys. It's kind of sad. He's got 13 kills now. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. Bro. Bruh. Yeah, well, maybe the gray, you know, the gray army would be outcast into, like, you know, a splinter force. The purples take over the kingdom, and then there's like a small sort of gray holdout that just ends up owning a small piece of land. Meanwhile, the rest of the grays are now with the purples. Kind of like how was it Taiwan? That was like the national Chinese Republic or whatever that ended up getting outcast into Taiwan in way back in the day, and now it's like there's China, which was overtaken by the Communist Party, and then there's Taiwan, which is like the last remnants of the Republic of China that is just chilling over there. I think that's the history of it. I'm not a big Chinese history guy. I don't understand a lot of it. Wow, that guy got yoked by a bazooka. So maybe that'll happen. I don't know. I'm really excited actually about this. I think this is a really fun one. There are only 4 purple troopers left. One of them's tangoing with a gray over here who's down to just his revolver. He could still clutch this, bro. He does have 2 kills with the revolver, so that's kind of impressive. Revolvers are actually pretty good in this. They pack a punch. That's the big thing. Oh, now that purple soldier's going up against a bazooka trooper, and the bazooka trooper is laying in some shots on him, but the barrels I think saved that purple trooper. He's healing up now. Oh, he gets hit by it again and dies. Poor chap. He dies next to a gray. Alright, last 3 troopers. Let's have them do a little charge here. There's about 10 gray soldiers left. Let's see. Oh, they're still having trouble with this guy over here. This absolute unit of a soldier who's just sniping them with the M1 Garand. Taking a sip of water. Be a hydro, homie, guys. Be sure to stay hydrated. It's very important for your health. Look at this Chad over here. Gets another 2 kills right there. And that's it, actually. That's the Purple Army. They're dead. This guy ended up getting 15 kills total. That's nuts. This guy got 1. This guy got 2. This guy got 8 and 1 tank kill. This guy got 14. This guy got 2. Let's see who else. This guy got 1. This guy got 6. This guy got none. This guy got none. So I mean, clearly, the Grays just maximized everything they have. You know, they just really played it out. Except they literally only have a squad of soldiers left. A squad. That's it. Like, I can put these guys all into a squad and move them this way. All at once without having to do 2 squads. That's how little soldiers they have. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 troopers. 10 men survived this battle. And look at the destruction, bros. This is insane. This is absolutely nuts. Crazy, crazy battle. Let me know what you guys think should happen to the Grays. Like, what should happen to their faction? Should they be outcast? Like this small contingency and like a few others should be outcast to a small corner of the map. Meanwhile, the purples absorb the rest of the Grays. Perhaps that could happen and the coup is successful. Or do you think that the Grays should unify more and go against the purples? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Either way, we can check out some losses here. Some of the bodies were deleted because of the tanks, which sucks, but we can still see the majority of them. Yellow troopers are Grays and red are purples. As you can see, I mean, the Grays got slaughtered, but the purples took even more of a beating. There's so many dead purples. The horde is never endless, man, but it ended today. Look how many soldiers are dead, bro. This is insane. And look at the city. The city's in smithereens. It's insane. Nutso. Absolutely nutso. Yeah. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I had a ton of fun making it. Be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe if you did enjoy. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.